Okay, in today's video about JasmyCoin, I want to check out this part of the price action, and I'm going to tell you why in JasmyCoin you shouldn't really be panicking yet. So with that said, hi everyone, welcome back. I hope you're having a great time with your family and loved ones. And as you can see, in the last 24 hours, we got this move on the downside, starting from this high around 5 cents to all the way down here about, let's say, 3 cents. Now, if you want to say, just because this is a relatively deep move on the downside, our bull run is over, well, okay, I'm going to challenge that idea. Let's go and check an altcoin that was actually around back in 2017 and also 2021. Let's check out Cardano's chart. Let's go first on some higher time frames. There we go. So this is our 2017 bull run, which ended from 1.8 cents. We had about, let's say, a 60x move on the upside to somewhere around $1.25. Now, you might think, well, okay, these moves on the downside are actually not that strong and not that deep. Well, that's actually not true. Let's just measure them one by one and see what is going on. What about this correction into wave 2? This is about a 52% correction. What about this one? There we go. This is about a 32% move down. What about this thing right in here, which actually happened in just one day? This is a 40% move down, again, in just one day. What about this move? This is actually more. This is about a 48% move on the downside. So as you can see, in 2017, we had a magnificent bull run. That is correct. But within our bull run, we had some big moves on the downside. However, because this bull run was so huge, you think that these corrections right in here were not actually that strong. But again, seems not to be true. What about the 2021 bull run? Well, okay, let's just measure these moves on the downside. This is about a 52% move. What about this thing, which only happened in about 4 days? This is a 63% move on the downside. However, what happened after it? From down here about $1, we actually had a 200% move on the upside in order to set another all-time high and take the highest side in here around $2.50. So you see, having relatively deep moves on the downside in a bull run is absolutely 100% normal. And again, if you want to say that just because we got a relatively deep move down, our bull run is over in JasmyCoin, well, okay, the evidence suggests something otherwise. And now that we got that out of the way, let's zoom in more in here and see what is happening in the short term. So here is the deal. For a couple of reasons, I believe there is a very high chance that this thing right in here in Jasmy and also pretty much every single other altcoin is just going to be a correction structure and our bull run is not over yet. Number one, in order for something to be over, it needs to start first. Do you honestly believe that we had a bull run in the last couple of months in altcoins? If you believe so, then I would say you probably haven't been around in the previous cycles, because this is just the start. We really haven't done anything yet. Number two comes down to Elliott Waves. You see, this move down, well, okay, if it's going to be a correction structure, for me at least, makes sense to say, because now it's quite a deep move that is going to be on the same degree as this one right in here. And even if somehow you want to say that this whole thing right in here is actually a 5 wave on the upside, okay, even according to that scenario, then we can say, well, look, this is a 1, this is a 2, fair enough. This is a 5 wave up by itself into a larger degree wave 3. And well, according to this scenario, we're just having once more a correction structure into wave 4, and after it's over, odds are we are going to at least get another move up into wave 5 in JasmyCoin's chart. So you see, Elliott Wave suggests that most likely our move up is just not over yet. What about classic technical analysis, meaning support and resistances? Well, we talked about it so many times when we were down here. This is a very important resistance area from weekly and daily time frame at the same time, and we were saying if we get a solid break of this thing, well, okay, because the road on the upside is going to be much more clear, and also above here we're not having a whole lot of strong resistances, makes sense to say that our move up is going to accelerate quite a bit, and it did happen. But here is the situation. In order for us to say that this level is broken, since it belongs to daily and weekly time frame at the same time, we need to go on weekly time frame and see a candle close at least above here, and then a pullback to the broken region, and followed by that a continuation of the move up in order to take this high. And let's go on weekly chart and see what is happening. Excuse me, let's zoom in more in here. Okay, so what do we have? This can actually be our initial move above the region. This is our candle close, and followed by that this move down can be interpreted as just a very simple pullback to this area. And what's gonna happen after it? Well, in my opinion, and most likely a continuation of the move up in order to take the highest high at least in this region for the first target around 6 cents. But I think we are probably not going to stop there, and I think we can have another after here 70% move on the upside in order to reach to somewhere around the 10 cents region minimum. Now, every single analyst for each scenario must have an invalidation point. And for me, the invalidation point for the whole bullish scenario in JasmyCoin is going to be, I believe, getting a break of this thing right in here between, let's say, 2.8 to about 3.1 cents. So if we get a break of this area and go under it once more, at that point, we need to be, in my opinion, quite a bit careful. However, as long as we are above it, I just do not believe that we are having anything to be worried about. And here is my final point. You see, if you want to argue, for example, right around this area, we are going to have our final top, and we're going to start from here a very deep bear market, then okay, you need to be able to find off of the highest high in this region a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave impulsive structure on the downside. And the main rule in here is that wave 3 under any kind of circumstance should not be the smallest wave. This is a big no in Elliott waves and in JasmyCoin. If you want to say that this is going to be just the beginning of the bear market, then okay, are you going to say from this high, maybe we are having, if I just take this one, like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave down? Because if you want to say something like this is going to be in play in this area, then okay, wave 3 is clearly the smallest wave, and this is not allowed. So what is it that I'm trying to say? If before taking this low in JasmyCoin, we get a move up, and in that move, we actually take this high around 5 cents, at that point, I'm gonna say it, there is pretty much no shot for us to be able to find an impulsive structure in this area, and we are going to be bullish with a hell of a lot more confidence. For me personally, I am quite confident about this move down being a correction, but if you have any doubts, then okay, you can have your eyes on this very important high and see, are we going to take it or not? If we take it, at that point, being bearish is going to be extremely challenging. So let's have our final conclusion and wrap up today's video. In terms of Elliott waves in JasmyCoin, not a whole lot has changed. And in my opinion, for now, based on the current evidence, we can still have a corrective movement in here, which suggests after it's over, we're going to get some more huge moves on the upside. Also, in terms of classic TA, meaning support and resistances, this move down can be just a very simple pullback to this broken area between 2.8 to about 3.1 cents. And what's going to happen after it? In most cases, a continuation of the uptrend. So you see, we do have a lot of evidence at the moment that suggests we shouldn't really be panicking yet. And I hope I explained everything well and you understood what is going on in JasmyCoin's chart. Anyway, if you found any value in my content, I would really appreciate if you like this video and consider subscribing to my channel and follow me on Twitter. And if you want more, maybe you want a complete analysis for your own specific crypto, or maybe you want to learn some decent TA in order to be able to make good money in the markets, you can become a member and ask me anything you want. And until the next video, I hope you have a wonderful time with your family and loved ones. Goodbye.